Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for and I hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sullivan Alice getting my latest review on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, episode 108 right now. Amazonas Trap. This episode overall I liked it, but I think they cut it a bit shorter. I think it should have been a little bit longer by certain expectations. All right, let's cut to the chase and get started. Okay. And after what happened, after Alan and Sayaka got beaten by the Taylor sisters, Grace and Gloria, and now they have to face both Yuya and Kurosaki Shun, and Shun, and I want to know if Shun is still in the best of shape to keep doing this after he lost his duel to Kite. Right, because, Kite, he overwhelmed him, It's obvious, Kite, he has a burning hatred and his powers are a lot more precise and a lot more fiercer than Shun. Even though Shun does depend on his comrades, and Kurosaki is Yuto and everyone else, Kite, he's a solid loner. His hatred, his burning hatred, his anger is really, you know, just consumed him. So he's not, in the right mind now. And they had to continue to their duel. They're wondering. I mean, they find out that these sisters are the ones who destroyed the Spade branch, as you know, of the Resistance. That there were two sisters who used Amazonas decks, and it was them. They're the ones who were responsible. We found out last time. And they continued with their duel. They know everything about them, their pendulum and the action cards. Apparently, these guys were supposed to be specific duelists. They wanted to deal with, if they were made to directly deal with, you know, the Lancers and their pendulum style, which means when it's Leo Akaba, the head of Academia, Akaba Leo, he knew all along what his son was doing, and he had prepared in advance. I mean, think about it. He knew all. I mean, he has spies in the synchro dimension, in the pendulum dimension, and standard dimension, and exceeds. That means he had spies everywhere, keeping an eye on everything. So he was aware of what his son was gonna do. And with this duel is intense, and this duel is called Amazon's Trap because it does certain things way because these girls they were expecting them to use pendulum and they even tricked them in some new rules. For example, both both players can share either monsters with each other. They they can share not only their same special abilities but also their graveyards. So basically, they can manipulate the field. This is way different from dueling before. Alright, and this is how they defeated Gogenzaka and Saratari. Saratari, he uses magic spells and trap cards like any duelist, while Gogenzaka, his heavy strong style, depending on just using monsters cards and no traps or spells. So that's a big weakness. So, he overwhelmed them. We didn't even see how Kurosaki and Gogenzaka got their ass handed to them. And these girls are merciless. Remember, they're savage. But, they're using fusion decks, the Amazonas fusion, it's definitely very hyped. Seeing these two girls is definitely, very problematic because these girls, like, these girls are not amateurs. As these say, if you want beg for mercy and if you surrender now, I will turn. They promise they will turn your guard. These girls destroyed are the best of Academia, but there are certain things that are off about them. And both Shun is angry because the fact that he wasn't here and when that happened, and the same with Yuto. Like the Yuto is inside of Yuya. His anger is flaring up. Both Yuya and Yuto are connected, so they can feel the anger coming from these two. These two, they try to do their best, performing their pendulum summon and sea summon. But these girls, they're drastic. They have prepared in advance, saying they put up unique kind of spell cards. For example, these spell cards, like for example, if you summon for do any special summon monster come to the field, they can they can increase their life points equal to their attack, and they could also limit the amount of attack you can use without damaging and destroying their monsters. Basically, there's trick. They knew what they were into. They basically tricked them into accepting these duels. Remember, they're here specifically for the Lancers. That means they are here to fight. That is something you got to think about. I mean, seeing these two Amazonas and seeing how they overwhelmed them using Amazon as Liger, as Empress, using them both tag team dueling, and they know about the pendulum summoning and of the tag team dueling and action cards. They know they're using them. However, they don't. However, these girls are very fierce. They show no mercy, and it looks like they definitely don't intend to show mercy to them. And Yuto and Shun are angry because these girls, they are overwhelming them. And seeing Shun, he does his best, especially knowing that even though he still lost the kite, he's still trying to do his best. Like, he kind of makes sure that his raid raptors stay focused, while at the same time, trying to rank up his monsters. Remember, Shun's style is about something for his Falcon cards, his Rise Falcon, and ranking it up to a higher level. Remember, ranking up a monster is still considering as a special summon because it's treated as an exceed summon. It's still a little very unique, a very unique style of summoning. Like, it's definitely quite. You shouldn't has the right to be angry because these girls destroyed most of their comrades. These two are one of Academy's fiercest warriors. We knew they were coming, and Yuya, he wants to make sure he wants to win this fight, but he doesn't want to rely on anger and hatred and despair. Basically, he doesn't want to use hatred as a weapon to do this. He wants to make sure to win this using the way he believes in, his father's way of dueling, the way he believes in dueling. He doesn't want to use, violence, just use his anger. Remember, even though he dueled against Edo Phoenix, Aster Phoenix, but that was just because Yuto took over him and overshadowed him, and they're supposed to merge. He just overshadowed him. But because of that, he was able to rank up. So he's trying to do things a little differently. Yeah, they both managed to do their best, overcome the sisters. You're using Pendulum Summon, Shun using Exceed Summon, but the more and more they seem to use this summoning, the more it like leads to their disadvantage. It looks like it was gonna be their downfall, try to do things very differently. And them both on the edge, and the sisters each having over 10,000 life points apiece. Over 10,000. That is very high life points. It seems like they were almost invincible because they're using their own. I mean, the advantage, their special summoning advantage, to their own way, because they're sharing their skills, their capabilities. So it's going to be very difficult for them to defeat these opponents, which are here specifically to beat them, which means they are prepared to deal with the Lancers, all of the Lancers. However, things are managed to turn it around. Yuya sees this and tries to do things his way. Even though Yuto is angry and so is Shun, he decides to ask Shun for his strength and tries to do things his way. Tries to make people believe in his way of dueling. And he does take. He does pendulum summon. He does exceed summon, which I explained earlier. If you does any kind of special summon monster on the field, their attack is added to their opponents. Their attack is added to the sisters, the Tyler sisters is life points. So he looks like he's making it worse, but Yuya, he does something differently. He uses Smile Worlds as effect. And he's trying to bring back the true meaning of dueling. But remember, this is a war torn time right now. They're in the middle of a dimensional war. Even though he tries his best, it seems that. And he's trying to also put on a show, but he's trying to show them the true meaning of dueling. That it's not just about hatred and anger. He's trying to show that Academia's methods are wrong. Everything is wrong in this war because it's all about the Akaba Leo and what he's doing. Anyway, he does it. He was bringing up this new card, this rocket jet thing, and he pulls it off. Combines their attack points. He tries to destroy the monster, but without destroying it. And in the end, he won. He won using the dueling he believed in, and he did this so well. And he did it so well to some point that not only Sayaka and Alan are watching, and they seem to be touched. Shun too, but also the Taylor sisters, Gloria Grace, these two vicious girls who's never seen dueling like this before, also got a small peek. They look like they even tear down their eyes. I thought this was gonna be a little more. Overall, I liked it, but I wish that they changed it a little differently. Like I wish this was a lot more fiercer, more intensity, a longer storyline. For example, I wish this lasted a whole 2 episodes, not just like the last episode they showed up and they start they beat up Alan, and the next episode they lost so quickly. I wish this was a two-parter, not just one swift defeat. I wish this was more than that. You know, Then things get a little more complicated because we know that Edo Phoenix asked her. He still really with the fact that he lost to Yuya because Yuya is Yuso Sakaki's son. So he sees Yusa Sakaki. He beat the Taylor sisters, and he doesn't even know that the Taylor sisters were here because his second in command, the vice commander, brought them over here without permission. And now that he's seen this, he's getting ready to mobile out. He's gonna launch every one of his forces, and the Obelisk Force just arrived. The Obelisk Force is here, which means it's gonna be an even bigger fight, you know. And this is just setting up for the next episode. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed my video. Give me your opinion, comment, like, subscribe. What did you think? This episode definitely was overall, or I liked it, but I wish this was a two-parter, you know, just to add to the story to become more intense, you know. But instead, this was just very fast-paced. It was just so, it was action packed, but they rushed it. I wish they didn't. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thank you. This is Sullivan Adams giving my latest review on Your Arc 5, episode 108. Thank you. I'm out. Peace.